Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about the hood. Let's talk about them gangs. Come on. That's in them penitentiaries for twisting their fingers. Let's talk about the Hoovers, the Pyrus from looters. Let's talk about having some truces with trades and dudes. Come on. Let's talk about the racist shit and crooked politics. The government don't care about niggas, they love immigrants. Let's talk about my past. Let's talk about my pain. It's so hard to maintain wearing red flame. Let's talk about my thug. You know we had them drugs. Let's talk about that ghetto girl that betrayed my love. Let's talk about Farrakhan. Let's talk about the Bible. Let's talk about the Quran. Let's talk about Elijah. Let's talk about my daddy, my candy-coated caddy. Let's talk about my mama happy that she chose to have it. Let's talk about the kids. Let's talk about the blues. Tune into the Let's Talk Shop with that old school.
What's up, people? I'm back at y'all for another one. With another one, should I say. I see a lot of black people out here protesting and standing up for Mexicans. How soon we forget this black and brown coalition that absolutely does not exist. You only hear black people talking about that. And to me, it's a weakness. All of this shit I see black people doing out there, standing in solidarity with Mexicans, it's a weakness. And it's a huge weakness on our people, especially in California. Nury Martinez, Kevin De Leon, and Gil Cedillo, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name, Cedillo or Cedillo. They were scheming to protect political strength for Latinos in the city council districts in Los Angeles, meaning they wanted to control all power and make sure all resources went to the Latino communities in Los Angeles. Nury Martinez was also on record for what was the guy's name? I want to say Mike Bonin. Mike Bonin was his name. I believe he's a white man, but he has a black son. She was recorded calling this 2-year-old black kid saying he was behaving like a monkey.
Martinez in that recording also referred to the child as a monkey. The councilman in a statement called the comments vile and disgraceful and said that, quote, Martinez attacked her son with horrific racist slurs.
Okay. We must not forget that the Hispanic community in California are very racist, just as bad as the suspected white supremacists. We can't forget that. They also went on record saying how they were against blacks receiving reparations. But I see all these black people with so much outrage about what's happening to them. Hey, man, I'm all about reciprocity. If they are not going to return that favor, we shouldn't be out there on the front line fighting with them. That's their own fight, man. That's their own fight. And blacks, we have a lot of influence. We definitely have a lot of influence. Everything we do, other people want to do it right after we do it.
That's right. We bad. That's right.
But to stand with them and it's not going to be appreciated or reciprocated, it just makes no sense to me, man. And it demonstrates and puts on full display just how weak our race is. I'm speaking truth to facts. It speaks to the weakness of our race. I've never seen Hispanics get on the front line for any black issue. I've never seen that. I've never seen Hispanics say, hey, let's do this for the brown and black. I've never seen that. They're about La Raza. And as they should. I'm not even mad at them for that. But the way I see black people out here campaigning and getting on the front line with them, you would think that Hispanics wasn't racist to us. You would think that they weren't gatekeeping jobs. Let me tell you something. The trucking industry, for one, that's just one. when you call and speak to a recruiter, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be Hispanic. And when they hear your black voice, they're going to say they're not hiring. Try it. Try it. Especially in the oil field. Especially in the oil field. Anything that used to make a lot of money, call that company. If a Hispanic answer the phone and they sense deeper melanin in your voice and their attitude with you is real short, it's like they doing you a favor by picking the phone up and you bothering them. I'm just telling you how it is. Call these companies. I'll give you a company, and I'll give you 2 companies. Badlands in West Texas and KAG. Call and speak to those recruiters, and I bet you a Hispanic woman gonna pick up the phone. I guarantee you she's gonna pick up the phone, and she's gonna act rude with you. She's gonna be short with you. It's just what they do. But if you call and you got an accent like you just came over here, they'll be more nice to you. I'm not mad at that. I'm mad at the fact that we don't do that same thing.
My nigga.
We don't put ourselves in a position to where we could do the same thing that they're doing. And when we do get in those positions, we fail to extend that olive branch to our own. But when I see black people out here, such as this, it's a slap in the face to black people like me, like myself. One of my partners picked up he said something to the effect that, this is not our fight. Black people, what the hell are y'all doing? And of course, it's always going to be, whoever you're talking about, of course, it's always going to be one of them to get on there and say that you wrong. Like, we're not experiencing what we experience. I can't see what my eyes is presenting to me. These people will not put their own people in check for neglecting you, or what's the word? It's not neglect. What do they call it now? Oh, it is neglect, benign neglect. It started from white folks. Mexicans pick up the same thing because they put them in positions of power over us. And they do just that. Let's not act like we don't see that shit, black people. What's wrong with y'all? I don't know if it's the new generation or what. These youngsters, I don't know. But in my era, bruh, no, we know who they are. We know who they are. It's always a black person. Oh, man, I'm cool with Mexicans. I'm cool with them. I'm this, I'm that. Man, you could go on countless pages. I forget the dude. Spider Loc did an interview and he had some people on there, man. Some of his Mexican constituents. They said they would march against us getting reparations if they were to grant us reparations.
So what do you think about these Black Lives Matter that they want to be paid for being slaves and all that?
Reparations.
Yeah, there.
Are you talking about? Well, I heard they passed in North Carolina.
Yes.
But it was
What?
It was a small little town in North Carolina that passed reparations for whoever's over there. I'm sure they'll try to do something out here in California. I think they already actually got a little board going that they're going to start looking into it. So
Yeah, and that's what we, the Raza, need to step up, protest, and I'm talking major, and turn around and tell them, no, nobody getting reparations until the Native Americans and the Mexicans get ours first.
And he didn't say, hey, man, nah, man, I think you wrong for that. You wrong for that. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to let their people say whatever. But then you got celebrities like the Game. He stand with Mexicans. Nigga, you from Compton. You know Mexicans don't like black people. But for you to get out there and say some shit like that, homie, that's weak shit. That's weak shit. I'm just going to call it like it is. I don't care if you got Mexicans that you like that's from your hood. That ain't got shit to do with it because they don't speak out either. They don't speak out either. So, and that's why I was always against that shit. I was always against that. If you ain't black, homie, you don't need to be a part of our organizations, whether they good or bad. That's just my take on it. You know what I mean? But Most Latinos are against blacks getting reparations. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, you're right. That's true.
But you always hear black people wanting to get out there and speak. You even had Mexicans saying they don't even want to be signed to black people when you're dealing with music. They don't want to sign to no black record labels.
Well, we don't want to sign to no blacks.
Right.
Southsiders do want. Guess I don't want to speak on that, but we don't want to sign to no blacks.
Well, who you gonna sign to? Who you gonna sign to? What Mexican label is worldwide known worldwide? Excuse me. Your shit ain't gonna pop if it ain't got no black people on it. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't listen to Mexican rappers. I couldn't tell you one of them. I don't listen to their shit, but they listen to our shit, and they say they hate us. How you gonna hate black people, but when you driving down the street, you blasting Tupac or Ice Cube or Kendrick Lamar? Make that shit make sense. I don't listen to nobody else's music but our own. I just don't. And I'm stuck in a certain era and genre of music. I don't even listen to this new shit out here. Because these youngsters, homie, they don't have a sense of identity. And this is what we're seeing out here. But when you think about everything that they benefit from what we did enough. The 14th Amendment that was created for us, they benefit from it. The Civil Rights Bill, they benefit from that. But yet, when it comes to us to get reparations, they say, hey, they're going to march and do all of this. And you got the people in high places, political places, calling us monkeys. And here we are. We got people out here that of our own kind that will go out there and support them.
He ain't lying.
That's crazy to me. I just don't understand that. Maybe y'all could help me out. You know, do you see Jews protesting for Germans? And that's a little far off, but they become enemies to us. They've become enemies to us. If you live in California, you know exactly what the war is like with Mexicans and blacks. Mexicans will kill black kids. They are heartless like that. They've done it countless times. They will kill elderly black people. That's what they do. That's what they do. They have done it countless times. You can't go on record and see where black people were targeting Mexican kids. Not doing that. Not doing that. Now, I don't know if it's out of fear that we don't do that, or we just not that cold-hearted. I'd like to say it's the latter. I would like to say it's the latter. I've responded to situations where it was a young black man. He had his 5-year-old son. Both of them had bullets in their heads. Both of them. The 5-year-old son and I believe the young brother was at the time like 26, 27. This was in Compton. This was when the flats was F niggers, CKPK, F all blacks. Yeah. Y'all remember that. Y'all definitely remember that. MSAs had blacks scared in Compton. And I'm going to say it because I know people going to get on here and say, man, shut that shit up. Shut it up. Because I was working for the Compton Fire Department at that time. And I was responding to who was giving get back. There's only one time where it was two brothers. And they was from Santana Block. That was the only time I saw blacks riding on essays. Getting their get back. It's the only time I saw it. Now, you can say all you want to. Oh, man, you don't know every... Okay. But I seen all the times they was doing it. But what I did see, I saw how the West Side Pyrus was going back and forth with the Nutty Blocks. I saw that. They was going back and forth. I ain't see no back and forth with the blacks and the Mexicans. I ain't see that shit. Niggas act like they bullets don't work when they go to them. They only work when they shooting us. Y'all know I'm talking some real shit. Y'all know if you black and you live in California, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know I'm on point with this shit. Mexicans will come by and he'll shoot a little girl in the head. Ain't nobody gonna do shit. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Witnessed it. I saw it. So if we gonna sit back and if we gonna stand with some people that got a track record of standing with us. And that's nobody. That's nobody. We don't, this the cold part. We don't even stand with ourselves. So how we gonna stand with somebody else? You know what that's like? That's like having a group of siblings and you watching your brother or sister get their ass whooped and you sit there and you do nothing. But when you see a stranger getting their ass whooped or somebody arguing with them, you go get right in front of them. Oh no, we ain't gonna do that. Man, come on, man. That shit is weak. And it makes us look weak. This is why we don't get respected. Just like when you go to prison, you see how people be watching you. They watch any jail, any setting where there's a lot of men. The eyes are gonna be on you. They want to see. They want to look for any weakness in that armor. And once they see what their weakness is, they're gonna capitalize off of it. We do this in modern society too, every day. Every day we do this. So when you want to put yourself out there on the front line, make sure it's for your people first. And you're going to stand with some other people that you know historically hate you. They hate you. They hate you. If it was up to them, an overwhelming majority of people are going to say, you don't need shit. Hence, Nuri Martinez and those other 3 people that I named. They say, hey, they got amongst each other. And they say, hey, look, we're going to keep all of this for our people. We're going to keep all of this for our people. In other words, we ain't giving them niggas shit. We're going to keep all of the resources for us. And that's what they was doing. Now, they got caught, whatever. But the resources are still being funneled into other communities. Think about this. They said that and they made her step down. But that policy, that mission is still in place. Ain't no black people being elevated for nothing. How many black politicians are in California that's making moves? Karen Bass, hands are tied. Maxine Waters, what they doing? What are they really doing? Nothing. But they got their paper though. They got their paper. The politicians, look at this. When I was in California, I noticed everywhere you go. So if it's construction sites, if it's the electricians, you see the people doing things on the electric wires, people, anything you see, you're going to see an overwhelming majority of Mexicans in those fields out there. That's by design. You just go through your community, go through the hood. When people out there with them tractors and they doing all that good shit, they building, it's Mexicans. Think about that for a minute. It's Mexicans. Now, do that mean black people don't want those jobs? Hell no. You know we want those jobs. You know we want them. But they not hiring you. They're not hiring you. Because you are put here to be a consumer. A consumer. Not a builder. They don't want you to be able to take care of your families. And the very people that you are out there protesting against, they are upholding that. They making sure, because if you got to go to one of them, how many times y'all go up to a Hispanic person and try to ask them something and they act like they don't speak English? Come on, y'all, man, look, come on. Y'all out there making yourself look weak as hell in front of everybody. In front of everybody. The world is watching. The world is watching. How you out here like this, man? And we know in California, Mexicans ride with whites. They ride with the woods. They're going to do whatever they say. They're going to do their bidding. Them days of black and brown, man, please, that shit make me cringe to hear that because I know it don't exist. And a lot of y'all know it don't exist too. Comment, man. Let me know. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Because my people out here looking like buffoons? Am I tripping? Because you don't see nobody else doing that. You don't see nobody else going against their people to ride with black people. And they know we get treated wrong. They know that shit. You don't see no Mexicans telling their people, hey, hire some of these blacks, man. Come on, man. Hire some of these blacks. Hell no. You could go to some places and you'll see the whole crew be nothing but Mexicans. Nothing but Mexicans. Nothing but the black politicians, Maxine Waters, and Karen Bass, and all these other few other ones sprinkled out there. That's what they're supposed to be fighting against. Let's see some more of our people with some of these jobs. Give some more of our people these contracts so we can see some more black men on these jobs. So a lot of these black men can take care of their families. But they're not doing that. They're not doing that. And you don't see Mexicans on the front line for black people saying, hey, they need to take care of their family too. They know that. But it's about self-preservation. I'm not mad at them for doing that. I'm mad at us for doing this bullshit, getting out there protesting for people that ain't gonna give a shit about you. Comment and subscribe, man. And if you ain't no sucker, drop me a thumbs up. You know I'm right. Man, you Mexicans know I'm right too. So comment and let me know, man. Let me know. And for the Mexicans that say, hey, man, you wrong. You wrong. Just let me know, would you get on the front line against your people if my people was doing yours this way? Comment, subscribe. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace out.
Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about the hood. Let's talk about them gangs. Come on. That's in them penitentiaries for twisting their fingers, man.